Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2.
You're aiming it at me.
I'm scared. Okay, ready? 1, 2. Yay!
Thank God, my poor. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 20 of the Bottoms Up podcast. I am your host, Taylor, and today I am here with probably the most iconic duo in all of South Florida's lesbian community. I'm here with Jay and Ebony. They are the creators of the Sapphix Project. They have been, I guess, like, how long ago did you guys start your platform?
Like last summer.
A platform? No, we started it at the end of the year of last year on December.
Okay.
We started in December of 2023. I should probably. Sorry. We started it December 2023.
Mm-hmm. And you guys have grown immensely, like very, very quickly.
Pretty quickly, I think we're like about to reach 450 in like 4 months. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie.
That's more than I have, so, I mean,
Really?
yeah.
I had no idea. Me thinking you had like, I don't know, 12,000 or something.
I mean, yeah, get me to
She's just so iconic, guys.
get me to 12,000 and I'll like start an OnlyFans or something.
Oh, her. I'll
Pay for
subscribe.
it.
Thanks, guys. Okay, before we get into it, announcements. I'm not sure if you all have seen, but Les Moon will now be doing the open mics on Saturday evenings, which, to be quite honest, I absolutely love, because now it means that it will never conflict with soccer on Wednesday evenings.
May I ask when they did it before?
It was Wednesdays before.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so excited now I can go.
I know.
And just so you guys know, for like recurring events, Les Cheek is on the second and fourth Friday of every month, and Girls on Gals will be on every first and third Friday of every month. So literally there is something happening every single week for the girls.
I love that. That is so amazing. Because we didn't like have any lesbian parties or like queer women events. Like, I feel like beginning of last year, I was like, where are the gays? Hello? Mm-hmm. And now I'm partying every week, and my bank account is like, okay, Miss Girl.
Yeah, my bank account knows the difference now.
Yeah, I like finally looked at mine last week, and I was like, all right, we need to calm down. Okay, you guys ready for horoscopes?
Yes.
Horoscopes, okay.
Oh, people are gonna be scared.
Wait, what are your guys' signs?
I'm a Leo.
Per.
I'm a Libra.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay. Yeah. As long as you're okay with that.
I get all kinds of mixed reactions. A lot of people are like, okay. They don't give me too much bad shit. But then there are some people that are like, oh my God, I can't even speak to you.
Yeah, as soon as I say Leo, I'm a little hesitant because people are always like, oh my gosh, you're so amazing. And then I'm like, I'm a Leo. And they're like, actually, can't stand you. Can't stand your kind. And
You're kind?
Maybe they're just being racist. Like, I don't know.
No, it's Leos.
I love Leos. I think I love all the toxic signs, like Virgos, Leos, Geminis. I think it might be too toxic, but y'all are okay.
Because why am I labeled as toxic?
That's for you to find out.
Oh, okay.
Because I already know.
Okay, my horoscope. Also, what is today's date? Today is Sunday, March 10th. My horoscope says, tomorrow everything will look different. Embrace mystery. You're realizing that the fantasy you've been projecting onto someone doesn't add up, but the reality is so much sweeter. It can mean anything you want it to mean. Do, blank canvas, DIY, punk bands, don't, digressions, verbiage, footnotes.
Sometimes when CoStar like gives me the rundown, I'm like, do's and don'ts, very random. Like, I'm a follow it, but like,
That's how they keep you interested.
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
I guess Miss Girl.
How did you find your horoscope?
I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this horoscope. I don't know how I feel about this reading.
Well, what are you?
I'm Sagittarius.
Sagittarius.
Love, fire sign.
Oh, November 30th. Yeah.
Good.
What kind of Leo are you?
The August Leo, the right kind.
Yeah, it's the better kind. For
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm an October Libra.
Oh, thank God you're not a Scorpio. It's great.
I also love Scorpios. Like I said, I love all the toxic signs.
Scorpios are amazing. I wouldn't label them as toxic. Maybe misunderstood.
No, I'd label them as toxic for sure.
Oh. You know what? I know some Scorpio women, and they've never done me wrong.
You know what I just realized is that like this is like the lesbian equivalent of like an alpha male podcast. Like for real.
Alpha male podcast? What is that?
Yeah.
Like the like those guys that are just like sitting around the mic and
When the men be
talking to
menning.
women?
Yeah, and they're like, oh, like you got to be like a high value man, and you got to find like a high value woman, and like body count.
So ridiculous because I'm like, y'all really looking for clothes.
Where's that high value paycheck?
That's what I'm talking about.
Broke as hell talking about high value.
Give me that he him money.
On the bottom shelf, mama.
Trademarked. Will be up on the podcast website. $19.99 for a shirt.
Wait, if I do merch.
Shipping and handling not included.
If I do merch, would you guys buy it?
Of course. Is it going to be a sweater?
It can be if you want it to be.
Really gay.
I would like a crop top if it's just the peach and then bottoms up on the back. That'd be cute.
What if I did like booty shorts that just say bottoms up across the back?
Yes, bottoms.
I'd think twice about that. I don't think I would personally wear that, but I would definitely support you.
No.
You wouldn't wear.
Have you ever seen me with booty shorts?
Get the sweatpants that say bottoms up.
Okay, yeah.
I like.
I'm just saying. I've seen some of the things you wear, so I'm just like.
Have you? I don't even know what I wear.
When you have a fat, juicy ass like this, you know, everything is booty shorts.
Exactly. Yeah. When you're just walking around with like a complete dump truck, like everything really turns into.
Back must hurt, mama.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
So what is your co-star?
Do I just read like today's message?
Yeah.
Do I like name out my chart or do I not do that?
Oh no, just the message. We don't have time for all that.
Oh.
I don't know what any of that means also.
Okay, so today says, understand with the largest perspective possible. I gotta read that whole thing? Mm-hmm. Oh.
Wait, hold on. What page of CoStar are you on? I'm talking about the home page.
Oh.
I don't even know how to find it.
Yeah, and then just scroll. Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Oh, through Thursday, speak with authority and will. You have the clear mindedness to think about the changes you need to make in order to move onward successfully. A lateral move is often as valuable as a giant leap forward. Your mind is sharp. Do notes app, poetry, muses, period pieces. Don't false expertise, oversimplification, PowerPoints. Don't know what that means.
It doesn't really mean anything, if we're being honest. Let's be real.
Let's be real. These are all recycled from the internet.
I know. Sometimes though, when I read like the U page for today, it's a little spot on.
Sometimes.
Do I read mine?
Yes.
Okay. I think mine is trying to attack me. I don't feel safe. Are you looking for a grand romantic gesture? Today, you're scared of true vulnerability. You want true love, yet you demand an unrealistic amount of attention. It's time to float your own boat. Your body must be heard. Do loose buttons, self-timer, boudoir. Don't trust fall, slip up, grudges. I don't know how to feel about that.
Let's unpack that.
But I feel personally attacked.
No, let's unpack that.
Okay, what are we unpacking?
So just you demanding attention from other people?
I love attention. I'm a Libra.
Okay, I can't.
That's a lie. It's me saying I love attention and me being like, I I don't want everyone to look at me. Why are you guys looking at me?
You're talking very quietly for somebody who loves attention.
Oh my God, I know. I'll speak louder though. I'll try my best.
It's okay. No pressure.
Anything else? You got any questions for me? What would you like me to unpack? I'm an open book.
Oh my God, no, we don't have to unpack that now. We can unpack that off air. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for reading your horoscopes. This was lovely. I love it. Okay, let's jump into it. So you guys started the Sapphix Project end of last year. What was your motivation for starting it?
Well, we really wanted to connect with our community. Our very first brunch was around like end of summer, early fall.
It was May. It was right before, It was May because I know it was right before Girls in Wonderland. And I skidded my knee 2 weeks before really badly because I got really drunk at that brunch. It was fun though. It definitely did not start as an actual event. It was just my friends and just gathering all the lesbians that we knew to come to a brunch. After that though, I asked if Ebony would like to do it. Actually, that's not how it started. You want to know how it actually started? Me and you were brunching, and I told you we should do this monthly with each other. Yep. And then we just started to add people afterwards. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I love that. So it was just kind of like this organic like experience that you guys are having with each other, and you were like, okay, how do we like share this with like other people?
Mm-hmm. So it started off with just the people that we know personally, but as we kept going, or like for me, as I kept going to like the nightly events that were for lesbians, I just got really fucking tired. I'm not gonna lie. I love lesbians and I love partying, but all the time, like sleeping at 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. I want to get to bed at a decent time and, just sleep, be drunk in the morning. Mm-hmm. I did this very selfishly. And then I asked Ebony if she would help me out.
Yeah, I feel like my motives were, there was a point where I didn't really feel connected with my community. I like went to like the Les Chick parties and like I loved that, but before that I was like, I only knew Jay. And that was like the only lesbian that I knew. And then like the Les Chick party started happening and Marley's event started happening. And even though I was going there, I didn't feel like a connectedness because it's really hard to connect with people in like that party environment, I feel like. At least for me. Some people will thrive, but for me, it's not like my ideal situation. Like I love a good brunch. Mm-hmm. I love talking with the girls, like Jay said, during the day because I am a tired girl. But I really just wanted to feel connected with my community and get to know them on like a personal level beyond like being drunk and not even remembering their names, basically.
Well, no, because like I think the parties are fun and they have an integral part like in our community and like in our history, especially in like both the U.S. and Europe have like a very strong history of like the gay club and the gay bar. Like you can't erase that straight up. But I do think that setting kind of encourages a certain way of interaction, which like if I'm going to the club, I'm looking for someone to make out with. Like that's kind of, but like that's where I'm going. Like I'm going to like kind of like dress up and like be cute and like get drunk and just kind of like have fun.
Girls. Like, that's
yeah.
Motivation is just like, these girls look fine. I want to be surrounded by fine ass women.
Yeah, but that, and I love it. Like I have fun whenever I go party. But I think when it actually comes to like making long-term connections with people, I don't get those connections until I start going to other events. So like, I don't even know, because when I ended up meeting you guys, what was even the context? Like we were talking beforehand. Oh, what was the context?
I can tell you the context. At least from my perspective, I saw you at the club one time, but you were very like straight faced. So I was like, she wouldn't talk to us, like, or at least to me. I'm like, she wouldn't talk to me. And then I remember you would like we would go back and forth through Instagram. You You were like, and then you shouted us out, and I'm like, oh my God, this girl seems way nicer than I thought. Like, way kinder, at least. And then I found out you were in that group chat. So I was like, oh, you were sending all of those things the whole time. And I'm like, oh, okay, so you're like, you start conversations. And then we had an actual conversation at the club, and I was like, oh my God, I love this girl. Aww. Thank you.
I feel like the first time that I met Taylor was at the Les Chick event, and it was the night where you were like, oh, you won the section, the VIP section.
Yeah, I won the section, and I was like, everybody get in this fucking section. Like,
it was 2000s night. I remember that night vividly because I had recently come from a trip for my old job, and I was in the cold, and I just wanted the warmth, and I wanted to be with lesbians, and I was like, I just need a night out to have fun. And then you were texting the group chat like, I won the section, come visit me, y'all, come in the section, please. And I was like, you know what, let me come visit Miss Girl. Like, I don't even know who she is.
Very generous. All I know is she was generous.
Exactly.
And hot. It was the cell phone.
Yes, it was a cell phone. It was given 2000s babe. Loved it. And I was very nervous when I walked up to you because I was like, oh my gosh, like, is she like an influential lesbian? Like, I don't know, like, how this is gonna go. And I talked to you, and you were very genuine and sweet and funny. And I was like, aw.
I swear, I'm very soft. I'm like the most like normal. I'm very emotional too. Like, I don't know. How do I really...
It'd be the emotional girls that have the resting bitch faces, and they're like, they're probably not gonna be a good person. But then they are. You know?
I don't know if I should take that as like an insult or a compliment, the way you said it.
I get the same thing, so...
I will say, it's like, I think like, even like with both of you, I kind of had this perception of like, oh my God, like they're so cool. Like, I don't know if I'll like ever be like at that level or like at that caliber. Like,
oh my God, that reminds me, you sent a message yesterday and I didn't have time to respond. I was literally in the middle of responding and I'm like, I never finished it or clicked send. You were saying, hold on, let me read it.
Wait, yeah, I was like, what did I send? Wait, this is Instagram or text?
This is text. This is personal. Let me tell you. You said, I'm so glad I met you guys. It is truly a blessing to be around people who genuinely inspire and encourage me. And I can only hope to do the same for y'all. You do that 10 times more. I haven't seen someone so supportive in the community because especially... technical issues. Especially being in, not that I have anything against women, I love women, but we do tend to be very catty towards each other. Like there seems to be like this kind of hierarchy of like it's me versus you, when in reality, personally, I'm like, I would love to uplift everyone like so much. That's why I don't have any like vendetta or like any backlash against someone doing the same thing that we're doing. I'm like, yes, please, more. Yeah. So I just wanted to tell you, because I never got to respond through text, so I'm going to tell you on your podcast that you are so lovely. You have been so supportive. You have this very beautiful idea that you want to cultivate in the community, and I love that. I love it. You are a very beautiful person, and I love you, Taylor. And I just wanted you to know. Happy International Women's Day to you, too. Because that's when it was sent.
Oh, yes. That was really sweet. And when I saw that, I was like, it was nice to actually meet someone has genuine energy. Because, like, I love meeting new people. Like, I love meeting new queer women especially. But you never know, like, what you're going to get. And that goes for, like, literally anyone, though. Not just queer women. Literally anyone. You never know what you're going to get. And when you actually meet someone who's so genuine, it's like a breath of fresh air. You're like, oh, my gosh, like... I don't have to, like, watch over my back constantly, like, what are they saying? What are they doing? Like, it's just genuine friendship.
Reciprocated.
Exactly.
I love that that's what I've had the hardest time with, is the reciprocation. It's just like, yeah, we can all just go out and go clubbing, go drinking, go do these things. But can I hit you up to go to the beach? Can I hit you up to hang out and just, like, chill and smoke? Or can I say that? Okay. And, you know, smoke a doobie. Smoke a Jay, you know, enjoy this Jay. Find me on Instagram.
You're funny.
But like, that's like, I think after the last, like Bad Bitches brunch, like being able to talk with you guys and like get your perspective. Cause again, like you guys are both from here. and like, and you grew up here, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like for me, like coming in as an outsider, like I've had this experience of like what the scene was like in DC. Again, like as someone who was like a little bit younger. You've mentioned, Jay, that you've had the experience like with LA and the way that the queer community is there, and like potentially wanting to like bring that kind of vibe here. So like I think there are moments where I kind of feel like a new kid on the block, and especially like kind of like popping up into the scene and being like, oh, hey, I don't know anybody, I'm new here, and then also here's my podcast where I talk about all of you and your community and my experience in it. Like I try really hard like not to speak out of turn, but I think that there are definitely things that can be improved, like 100%. And I think what you're saying about like trying to like create those genuine connections, and trying to kind of work through the cattiness. Something that I was thinking about, I think it was actually like, it was right before I sent that message, because I had gone to we went to the networking event on Thursday with She Life. And I think it's been clicking with me lately that, yes, even though there are things that need to be improved, and there are things that like, you know, we can work on as a community, I think we spend a little bit too much time focusing on that. And I think we spend a little bit too much time like spreading that negativity and kind of like milling over it over and over and over again, when in reality, I think that, yeah, we can address that, but we should also be like uplifting the things that are positive, and we should be supporting things that are positive. I'm a person that's like, I don't think that it's worth it to sit there and complain about a problem over and over and over again if you're never going to contribute to a solution. Yes. Straight up.
Mm-hmm. See, I love that. You speak so eloquently about, and you're so passionate about it. I really love that, because our community, especially, I know it's turning me on right now, especially in our community, or at least like in Florida with everything that's going on. I'm just like, after hearing that story about Next, and just like there's so many other stories out there, it's like I need a safe space for my people and everyone here. Like I'm tired of being fucking bullied. Like I was bullied through elementary school for this shit. I was outed. Oh, let me tell you this story. I was actually outed on Facebook back when I didn't even know I was out. And I still to this day don't know who did it, but I think I know who did it. But it was literally the first, right before my first day of middle school. So that shit was very traumatizing for me, being outed when I didn't even know what it meant. Like I was like, I'm a lesbian. What? I don't even know if I'm a lesbian. They knew before me, like props, but like they should have told me, not the internet. Yeah. They hacked my Facebook and then just put it everywhere where all my family was, all my friends. It was kind of crazy. But things like that, it's like now I know like I didn't have anything to fear, but it's not always that easy for everyone, especially in Florida, especially being more north in Florida. That shit must be fucking crazy, especially all the fucking Latinos that are here, and you know, just the older generation, how they think, how they speak towards these kinds of dilemmas or things.
Yeah. Well, and people move here specifically so that they can feel more validated in those viewpoints. It goes hand in hand with, I mean, obviously, like, you know, I don't even want to say like not to get political, but like our identities aren't politicized, straight up. Literally. Like you can't.
There are laws made.
Politicized. It's ridiculous. Yeah. You can't do anything.
And not even just like our sexuality. We as women, there are laws made against us. So it's like,
shit is crazy.
Especially living in Florida with that man in government. He will not be named, but even though we already said his name, called him out and all. But it's just like, it's like so weird to think about. Like I feel so free, like especially in South Florida, especially with all these like lesbian events and Pride and like just being able to be out, and then there are laws being actively put in to work against me and who I am. Like it's crazy, especially being a Black lesbian. Like that's insane. Like the triple whammy right there. Like
you a woman, you a lesbian, and you Black?
Yes.
In America? Try that shit again.
Like it's really crazy, but like at the same time, like I've never felt more free. And it's just really weird like, weird time. But at this point, like, even though there are so many laws working against us, I still feel so, like, just happy just to be in the community, no matter what's happening out there.
Imagine because I say it all the time, like, if I were straight, that shit would be so fucking boring. I'm so sorry, but, like, to me, I'm just, like, there's nothing interesting. There's, like, a specific, there's a culture. There is a gay culture. There's a lesbian culture. Like, I don't know what it is, but there's something so beautiful about it.
Well, it's because, again, the history of, like, being oppressed and truthfully only ever feeling safe around your own people. I have plenty of straight friends. I don't hate straight people. I love my straight friends. Like, they're amazing. But, I sound like, I'm not racist, but.
No, but I understand, because I would go to gay clubs when I was, like, around 17. And when I would go to a straight club, I'm like, nobody's dancing. Nobody's moving. And then it's like, I'm not trying to say I don't like straight people. I'm just saying there's a different community. There's a different culture. Like, gay men, they dance. Yes. I saw this one guy with his long dreadlocks do a whole 360. And I will never forget that, ever. And I'm like, yeah, that only happens in the gay club. I mean, seeing no man do that in the straight club.
Yeah, straight men don't have the joint health, like, because they don't really eat vegetables. So yeah, they don't have enough calcium. It's just no.
That's gay.
They don't have enough calcium. Coming from you straight men.
Yes.
Well, Ebony, what was your, like, coming out experience like? Hopefully less traumatic?
Honestly, my coming out experience was I am very lucky to have a happy story for my coming out experience. One, didn't know what a lesbian was growing up. Like, that just wasn't said in the household. Not because, like, they were like, gay people are bad, just because that just never brought up. Like, no one was lesbian that we knew in our family, so why would we say the word lesbian, you know?
Wait, were you allowed to, like, date when you were younger?
No, wasn't dating. Very awkward as a child, but we can talk about that later. Ooh, okay. But I remember I was at a lunch table, and these boys, you know how boys be, they were just talking about, like, lesbians and girls kissing and da-da-da. And I was like, lesbian? What is that? They're like, it's like when a girl has sex with a girl. That was their definition of lesbian. Have sex, not love. And I was like, oh, interesting. That's kind of interesting. I like the sound of that. Anyway, so looked it up, then, went down that whole rabbit hole of, the internet and looking up the sexuality. So then I was like, maybe I'm gay, but I don't know. Like, I never knew any gay people. Fast forward to, like, 13, I was like, I'm gay. And I came out to all my friends, and it was really easy coming out to my friends because some of them were already gay. Some of them were just really accepting. I literally never had someone, like, be mean towards me because I was gay, thankfully. I had a lot of people not believe me because I was very feminine, and they're like, that doesn't make any sense. And I was like, it does make sense, femmes. But I didn't even know what that was at the time, but now I know. But then I remember when I was 16, I was like, I need to tell my parents. Like, I was talking to this girl online, and she told her dad. Yes, she told her dad, and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Like, I wish I could tell my parents.
Was he accepting of the girl?
Yeah, I got her flowers. I was like, oh my goodness.
That's so cute.
Exactly. So I was like, I'm just going to do it. But I was very awkward. I couldn't say lesbian. Like, I was like, that cannot come out of my mouth, or I'm going to literally break down in tears. Like, I don't know. So I remember one time I wrote a whole letter to my parents, and I put it on our chalkboard in our house, and I went to bed, and it was so nice. My dad came in, and I remember I was hiding under the covers because I'm like, oh my God. And he hugged me, and it was so lovely. And my mom, she came in, she was like, I knew. And I was like, oh, you knew? Why didn't you tell me? But it was really nice and just really freeing to know that I was loved. Oh, I'm crying. I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay. This is a safe space. This is a safe space.
That's what I always say, like, coming out stories when parents accept their gay child or trans child, I'm like, that will burst me into tears. Like, in tears.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is.
But,
it's parents loving their children. That's what it is. It's parents loving and accepting their children no matter what. Because it's like, coming out to your parents is not like, you're not saying that you like committed a crime or something like that. Like, it's not.
Parents that stick with their children that have murders against them, and it's like, but I can't love who I love. Like, even if you're not actively in a relationship, like, literally nothing has changed. And I remember I would like YouTube, like, how it would come out, and I would see ones that were like they kick the child out, and like, oh my god, that just breaks my heart.
I can't imagine that being like the line that you draw to be like, okay, yeah, my child is just like, nope, you mean nothing to me because of that you happen to love somebody of the same sex, the same gender.
especially with like Caribbean and like, well, Black in general and Latin, like, parents, like, a lot of the times they like reject their gay child, and it's like so, like, it's so heartbreaking because that's like literally your offspring, that's your kin, that's your blood, and you say that you love them and that you'll always protect them, and then as soon as you find out one thing that was always true about them that they just uncovered, and you just leave them. I'm like, I can't imagine like having a child, like my baby, and then like just being like, I don't want you. That's just.
And I find it crazy that it's usually like a Black and Latino, at least like from my perspective, if you've ever seen how deeply ingrained it is in the religion aspect. It's like you do anything, they break their back for their children, and then when it comes to being gay, that's when it's just like all let go. And I'm like, you literally gave your last dollar, give your last like ounce of energy, and all of that is like diminished because you're gay. And I find that shit so ridiculous, but it happens all the time.
I think I heard somebody kind of the perspective from like Black and brown people. They're saying that sometimes like when a child like comes out to like a family like within like a racial minority, that especially in the US or in like very like white dominated countries, that the fear is, oh my goodness, my child is already Black, oh my goodness, my child is already Latino, my child is already a woman, my child is already da-da-da, and now they're also gay. And like I think there are some parents who just like cannot conceptualize that, and then they react just like in rage and like just intensity towards the child because they just don't know what else to do.
And that's part of because their parents, they didn't have like, it's all coming back from like their parents, because our parents, they're probably like, well, my parents are no, literally like their parents were very like probably not emotionally available, educated, and then they get from what their parents taught them, and they put it onto their child, and it's just like the cycle keeps going. But I'm thankful that like from what I see, that the cycle is kind of being broken with our generation. Well, millennials, I feel like some.
I feel like it's more being acknowledged.
Exactly. That like, oh, your child is gay, like you accept them, you don't kick them out. And I just want to see what it's like moving forward. But at the same time, there are all these laws. Literally, like, they accepted gay marriage in 2016. And then they're like, never mind. We take all that back. Well, they can still, like, have gay marriage. But it's just all these laws in 2024.
But even, like, gay marriage, what was it? This was in, because this is when I was in school, when I was doing my thesis. This would have been 2021. As I was doing my research, Clarence Thomas, like, came out with this statement about how he feels like the Supreme Court overstepped when it came to the marriage equality decision. And I just, like, because I'm sitting there and I'm reading it.
I think that's so funny, because doesn't he have a white wife?
He does. He has a very white wife who was allegedly involved in the January 6th. you know.
Where were you January 6th?
I was at work.
Oh, sorry.
And I'm gonna be honest, I was like, why am I here? Like, we just had a
raid going on at the Capitol.
Like, can we at least take like a half day or something? Like, maybe even like a pizza party. And then the fact that it's like every single year on January 6th, like, why is this not like a national holiday? Like, can we just like take off?
And like, how did that? They were climbing the walls.
They were. But when Mexicans do it, it's wrong.
Let's talk about it.
We go to jail. No. Me saying we, like, I'm
The issue is that the Mexicans go through the wall. So like, if they were climbing it wouldn't be an issue, but like, you're going through it, you're breaking it, so it's like, we need to, you know.
That is crazy.
But not like, it's weird to like, because I remember like reading it, and I'm literally like sitting in class, like I'm doing my work, you know, getting my degree, and I'm reading it, and I'm like, oh damn, literally my rights are being dangled in front of me on a stick. That's what it felt. I was just like, I think that's what I need, like, certain people to understand about privilege, because privilege looks very different. There's economic privilege, there is racial privilege, like there are various cultural privileges, there's, you know, sexuality, gender privileges. I come from like a very like financially privileged background. It does not erase the fact that I'm Black. It does not erase the fact that I'm a woman. It does not erase the fact that I am queer.
Let me tell you, I was watching this interview with Laverne Cox, and she was saying, just because you have privilege doesn't mean you haven't like gone through struggles. But she was like, it means that you don't have to think about certain things. Like, men don't have to think about at night, like, oh, I'm walking alone, you know, like, am I gonna get like attacked? People who aren't Black don't have to worry about, or even Latin, they don't have to worry about like, if the police pull me over, like, what's gonna happen, like, what's next, you know? It's just, there are certain things that you don't have to think about, and especially with gay people, you can literally be at Pride, and then you don't know like if someone's just gonna come in and just like ruin the vibes, like,
or shoot it up.
Exactly.
I have to say that's one of my biggest fears, having like our posters and dates of events. I'm just like, I'm so terrified if I go to one of these events, if someone that's just so against these kinds of things will come to it, target us directly, and like have something happen, especially because of Pulse. Like, after watching that documentary and like hearing about the fear of everyone there, I just can't imagine like being crouched in a bathroom and have like, this is the last time I was over here having fun drinking with my friends, and like this could be like my last day on earth because I'm gay.
No, I had the exact same fear, and like, I think it's a fear, and then it also comes with like this level of guilt that like, if I posted about an event and a bunch of people showed up and they were having a good time, and somebody saw that flyer and decided that they wanted to, you know, take out their anger on us in our community, like, I don't think that I would be able to live with that guilt. Like, it would absolutely haunt me for the rest of my life.
And the thing is, that's what they want, though. They want us to be scared so that we don't have these events. And I know that like we still have the fear, and like, God forbid, like, you know, like whatever they want to do, they can decide to do. But I would hate for like all this fear to stop the fact that we still celebrate who we are, and we still go out there despite whatever they think of us. Because at the end of the day, like, what a lot of people think about gay people, like, we just want to have fun, and we just literally want to live our life just like how straight people do. We want to go to the bars. We want to dance. We want to have fun. We want to have our space. Like, there are so many spaces. We want to flirt. Like, excuse me.
That's especially the main reason why I wanted to have our own events, because, like, when I was younger, I was like, where are the lesbians? Besides, like, going to the bar and everything, it's like, where are they? Where do they hang out? I want the coffee shop that's known as the, you know, the lesbian hangout. Like, I want the little place in the corner. Like, I want that. I just want to know where I can find the lesbians. And don't forget, that's exactly how Manor started out. They had, I believe, like a lesbian night, or at least when I would go, it would be a bunch of lesbians. And little by little, especially after COVID and everything happened, less and less lesbians showed up, and it was just gay men. And not like I have any problem with gay men, but gay men really run the gay community, because I don't know if it's they set up more things than we do, or I don't know how they do it. Especially Wilton Manors, it's just gay men dominated. So we had nothing there that was known except for this club called G Spot. It was a lesbian club, but that was torn down as well. So we had nothing. We had nothing. We have Hamburger Mary's that is now the Well.
Or at least like spaces where we feel like welcome and safe. Because if Manor was like, oh, we're having, lesbian night, I'll be like, oh, okay, cool, I'll go.
Let me tell you my confusion when I used to live in Orlando, and I used to go to the club Southern Nights, which I thought was a country bar when I first heard it. Very gay. Very gay. Love it. Love that space. They do have consistent lesbian nights, and when I went to college, I was really spoiled. I was like, oh my gosh, lesbian night is every Saturday. It could be Valentine's Day. It could be New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. Doesn't matter what the day is. If it's Saturday, it's a lesbian night. And when I thought that was like the standard. Like, there has to be at least one lesbian night, no matter what, at the gay club. And I came home when the pandemic hit. And once people started going out again and I went to the Manor, I was like, no lesbian night? I was like, so where do we go? Like, where do we party? And like when it came to like Pride, like there were like lesbian like tents, lesbian parties, but I'm like, there isn't a consistent lesbian night despite South Florida being, I know there are lesbians in South Florida, like I know it. And that's why I felt so disconnected. I was like, I don't know where to go to meet my gay friend other than like meeting them on Tinder, which is where we met. We met on Tinder.
Wait a minute. Wait, tell more.
Let me tell you how we met. Okay, I will tell you my perspective. Listen to this, y'all. So we met on Tinder and we matched. And I remember I DM'd her and I got no response for weeks. Yeah, got no response for weeks. And I was like, you know what, whatever.
And now everyone knows that I suck at responding.
She does. We all have flaws. It's okay. But then she messaged me back and I was like, oh my gosh, like a lesbian messaged me back. Ooh. And I remember she looked so cool and I was like, okay, let's hang out. And I was entering my smoking era, my stoner era. I was like, I did not know that. Yes. So she was like, let's go smoke in a park. And I'm like, like I can do that. And we went to this park near us, and I thought that I was going to be killed. She took me in the middle of the woods to smoke, walking around. She was suspicious.
I got lost.
Wait, is this in Grenolds?
No. It's like some park in North Lauderdale, I think. But I was like, she's going to kill me, but I can outrun her. Like, she's a shorty. Like, okay, like, I can make it out. And lo and behold, did not get killed. I was like, okay, like,
alive and breathing 4 years later.
Exactly. And it was so strange because I didn't think that when we first met, I was like, we're polar opposites. Like, I don't think it's gonna, like, I think we're gonna hang out.
It was very different.
Yes. But I feel like, from my perspective, I feel like the reason why our friendship blossomed was when we first met. She had a friend at the time, and we both went through an experience together. And I feel like it was the trauma bonding.
Maybe.
Wait, do I know them?
No. They're not part of the queer community, as we know. They had a crush on me, though.
Well, I think she would be considered a part of it.
She's a little queer, yeah. But yeah, I feel like it was just the trauma bonding, and it was like during the pandemic. We had met at the end of 2020, and it was during the pandemic. I was like, I'm not really meeting any other girls, and she was like, she just seemed really genuine. And at first, I was like, it didn't like.
It didn't flow naturally.
It didn't flow naturally because we're still so different.
We're very different.
I like. Every single day I'm like, I love this girl, love her down, but I'm like, we couldn't be more different. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah. So let me tell you my perspective. So I don't remember matching and I don't remember not responding.
Yeah.
Not
convenient.
I can't recall. But I do remember when we did hang out, I invited her to a park where I got lost because I couldn't remember the entrance to the secret entry to the actual woods, which is why she thought I was going to murder her. Mm-hmm. I passed it like two times. I remember like, wait, no, it's here, I swear. So I understand. I don't think you would think that someone would murder you being that confused, but
that's how they want you to think.
There's some really bad murderers out there.
I'm an awful murderer. She's still alive.
But we need more female serial killers, like straight up.
No, we don't.
Okay.
Please don't listen to them. We do not need more. I'm okay with no serial killers.
Exactly.
Actually, some of y'all need to go. But no, I'm kidding. Or am I? Anyway, so my ex-roommate at the time had just recently moved out, and so I would go to her house a lot. And when she saw Ebony, she had a massive crush on her. She just kept telling me, invite her, tell her to come, invite her. So she was throwing an end of the year, like a little gathering at her house. And she's like, please invite her. Tell Ebony to come. I love Ebony. So I invited Ebony. And luckily, because I didn't know anyone there, and neither did she. So we just stuck in a little corner talking. We got to know each other more. I didn't really think that me and Ebony would become friends like that. I was like, okay, well, I'm inviting her for my friend. We don't really have like that much to talk about, but then we kept hanging out. And I remember for me, the day where I was like, I'm going to continue this friendship is like the day that we went to Whiskey Neat in Fort Lauderdale. Yes, and I was just so determined. I was like, I'm going to ask this girl questions because I'm just like, I don't understand how you think. Like, it's just something where we were so different. I just wanted to crack the shell. I know. And so I kept asking her questions. And even though, like, we didn't see eye to eye on everything, we got along so well because you were so funny. You are so funny. Yeah. I love this girl. I wouldn't be anywhere without her. Like, the Sapphix Project would not exist without her.
The Sapphix Project would not exist without Miss Girl, let me tell you. Like, very equal. Like, we both have the creative mind, but, like, I feel like she brings the structure that I need. And, like, I bring, like, the art,
creativity, everything.
Yeah.
Well, like, we've talked before, like, what do you guys feel like are your roles, like, within your platform? Because you said that you like more like the behind the scenes stuff.
That's where it gets a little confusing because it's like she is very well versed in art. She's very educated in art and graphic design and all of that. But it doesn't mean I don't enjoy it. It doesn't mean I won't do it at all because I equally have my own artistic side. It's just very vastly different from hers. And she has her own ideas that she likes to bring equally as I do. That's where it's like we don't have any pinpoint kind of like you have to do this and I stick to this. It's like what you can do, what I can do, I can do. And if once we agree on both of these things, then we implement it into all of our creative design, whatever it is.
That being said, I think we would benefit from having roles, but we can unpack that later.
Well, I would like to know, what kind of roles do you want?
I just like anything creative. Like, I love to create. Like, I'm an artist myself. Like, I identify as an artist. Like, yeah, I have my day job, but identify as an artist. Like, I just love to create. My end goal out of everything in life would just to be an artist, sell my art in any creative form that it may come. That would make me truly happy, and I don't think I can like say that I've fulfilled my life if I don't go after that passion, you know? But I love creating. I love like the branding behind it. I'm not like the best at marketing, which I feel like Jay is so good at marketing.
No, your guys' branding is good. like really, because I think really hard about branding as well, because I'm like, I need this shit to look cohesive. You guys are absolutely somebody who I look to where I'm like, okay, am I matching this energy? Like, do I look as together as the Sapphix Project?
Ooh.
Can I ask you guys what you mean, like, branding wise? Like,
so okay, the way that I look at it, like the number one thing that I do when I'm looking at someone's branding is like the Instagram page, or actually just social media in general. When I look at the page and I can see like the first like 9 squares, does it look consistent? Does it look cohesive? Can I tell like what they're trying to sell or what they're trying to do, or like stuff like that? Does the bio make it clear exactly what they are? And then I guess like, you know, in your guys' case, you know, you've gone kind of back and forth about how you want to attach your face to your brand. So like for somebody whose brand is maybe more about their personality and like who they are, is it clear who that person is? Is it clear what their name is? Is it clear like what their other handles are? Stuff like that.
okay. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And let me tell you, because the whole like page that we have, because I don't notice, but we're trying to like build like a rainbow.
Yeah.
And that was Jay's idea. Like when it comes to like the graphics, like I make the graphics, even though the About Us, the page that we just did, that was all Jay. All Jay. And it was so lovely. And I know that she loves to create, and we had like a whole discussion about it, because like I love to create, like that's just like who I am. But Jay also told me, she was like, but just because you like to create doesn't mean I don't also want to create. And that's like where like the roles like I feel like I have a creative role, but that doesn't mean that I should take that away from Jay, because she's, like she said, just as creative. It's just a different form of creation, but it's still amazing, and it's just so like well done. Literally, when I opened up that Canva, I was like, oh my goodness. It just looks so good, and it was like exactly what I envisioned. And that's like what I love about working with her, because like even though we don't see like eye to eye on like literally every single thing, like she still like incorporates something that we will both love. It's not always just like, this is what I like it's, she'll make it so that like it's like
it includes both of us.
Yes, exactly.
A little touch of both of us. Yeah, I think they call that the Libra in me. Ooh. That's just me though.
Yeah.
Whatever helps you sleep at night.
Balance. Yeah. Hint.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So then what, okay, because we're still like pretty much at the start of 2024. Matter of fact, we're about to wrap up quarter.
Exactly.
We actually are. We have our quarter meeting coming up.
Yep.
Okay, so what are your goals for 2024, and kind of based on like how Q1 has gone? I feel like it's just fucking finance, bro. But based on how like the last couple of months have gone, like, do you feel like you are on track for those goals?
Very much. As soon as we started this, we sat down. We have a thing called a boss book. It's the Sapphix Project. All our goals, all our ideas. Currently, I believe that's with you at your house. Yeah. But all of our goals so far, because we do them by quarter, by year, and by the month.
Yes.
So far we're actually ahead of schedule. Especially that I know, like every time I listen, I love to avidly, I forgot the word, but I like to listen to podcasts, and anytime I hear anyone starting out, I see that it does take like, it's the first 5 years or the first 8 years, like that it takes this long. So I'm like, honestly, we're doing really well based on what we were looking for.
It's honestly, when we started, like I didn't think it would get to this point. This fast, I should say, because the support that we've got is like overwhelming, but like in a really good way. Like I didn't think that like within a year that like we would have like almost 500 followers, and we would be like getting these DM requests and like collaborating with people, and like I don't think we would be on this podcast. Like what? Like it's just, and it really like gives me like a hopeful outlook. I know that like not every event is going to be super successful, like not like everything is going to go according to plan, but I like have this positive outlook that like it's going to work out, and the vision that we have is going to grow, and people are going to get on board, and it's just going to be something that really brings the community together. That's at least what my goal is.
Oh, I would love to say, piggybacking off of like, not every event is gonna go as planned. Just because like our one event that it was like you showed up and it's like it kind of felt like a business meeting. It was very fun.
It's a write-off. It's a write-off.
Although like not everyone that we wanted to or said that was going to show up showed up. I remember this one other event before when we were just starting, and it's like, especially like, I don't know if being a woman, like the period, whatever, my emotions are high. It's just like it's hard not to take these events personal because they are personal to us. So it's like people aren't showing up because they don't like me. And that's how I would try to be like, I can't think like that. So to any aspiring entrepreneurs, aspiring artists, aspiring to be just any kind of success that defines those terms, like keep going. You're not everything's going to be 100% your peak. Like Bat Bunny says, estoy en mi peak. It's not always going to be like that. That's just a song. And you only listen to it like once a month. So keep fucking going. And that's what I kept having to remind myself. Like, people aren't coming just because they don't like me. I'm just like that one that we had in Hollywood. That was our biggest event.
That was at Yellow Green Market, right?
Mm-hmm. That was our biggest event. It was so lovely. It was so nice seeing new faces, like new lesbians, because that's all I wanted. I'm like, this is what I did it for the faces that I haven't seen, for the voices I haven't heard, and just to have them on our page. It was so lovely. So keep going.
Let me tell you something. Being friends with Jay, like, I've been blessed to have, like, a lot of, like, friends in my life that have supported me. Oh, top it off, Miss Girl.
Gotta top all y'all.
Yeah. They haven't seen, but I finished this, like, 30 minutes ago.
You know, I did get, the critique that I got about my podcast was that it's called Bottoms Up, but I don't drink on it, nor do I talk about my sex life. So we're doing one. We're doing one right now. Exactly. Yeah. The other one will not happen, but we're doing one.
Oh, cranberry, please. Ooh, the service. Amazing.
Make sure you tip your waiter.
Yes. The tip will be a kiss on the cheek.
You're lesbians.
But being friends with Jay, like, I've been blessed to have really, like, supportive friends in my life. Jay has been my first lesbian friend. Like, I've only had straight friends, and I love my straight girlies, again, like, love them down. But she's been my first lesbian friendship, and it's so, I feel like in our community, like, sometimes the friendships get tarnished by sexual experiences sometimes. And our friendship is so platonic, and I feel like it works so well. And yeah, to an extent.
Platonic to an extent.
Platonic to an extent. I feel like we are like a married couple. I'm not gonna lie. Like we be bickering sometimes. Like, girl, why would you say that? Like, excuse me.
Not for real. Like, I'm just gonna let you calm down.
Exactly. But she has, like, I feel like she's like been my coach, low key, emotionally. Like, I'm a very emotional girl. Like, my emotions get the best of me a lot, like literally every single day. I'm not gonna lie, but it's the Leo in me. Sorry, and other things in my sign or my chart that I will not mention. Oh my gosh! Cheers to the queers.
We really just gonna skip over the way that you just mixed orange and cranberry juice and call it a day.
Absolutely. That's Jay.
I'm not gonna lie. She bails me out every chance she gets.
Yes. But she has, like, coached me emotionally so well, and she has taught me, like, you have to keep going. Because, like, I get to points where I'm just like, this is just a lot. Like, life be lifing a little too hard. And she'll literally stop everything in her day and just be like, no, like, Miss Girl, it's going to be okay. Believe it or not, it's going to be okay. And to keep going. And when we had first met, within the year, I had gone through something really traumatic myself. And she was there and was so genuine to me. And literally, like, I had the worst days and she still was there, and she didn't even know that she was literally like my rock. Like my whole person. Oh my God. So gay. Sorry. This is so emotional.
Never apologize for being gay.
Exactly. But she has taught me like such valuable life lessons that I hold like to this day, like literally right before this podcast, I'm not gonna lie. But she's been like such an influential person, and I don't think she knows that, but she's like my girl.
You guys are so cute. I love watching you guys be friends, because like it's like I said, like watching you two together has been like such an inspiration for me. And it's like even just like the way that you two have like accepted me and like made space for me is like crazy.
Yeah, that's why that message, I love that you sent that message, because I'm that kind of person where I need to stop sometimes and realize that I haven't appreciated you lately. I need to appreciate you. So the fact that you did that and I didn't have the chance to respond, I was like, I'm gonna respond.
But the thing is, like, I know where your heart is. Yeah. Because I sent that message because I can feel that energy when I'm around you. Like the fact that you literally fucking cooked us brunch. Like, oh, yeah. Like, I love that. You just refilled my drink like without me even asking. Like both of you, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for this. I'm so grateful for us.
But you see, and these are exactly the kind of events that we kind of, well, for me, that I primarily want our goal to be, to have friendships like these. Because not gonna lie, once for me, I haven't always had the best relationships of having a best friend, and the one time I did, like, it blew up in my face because of like sexual relations, romantic relations, which usually happens, but it just sucks when it is like someone that you really care for and would rather have as a friend more than anything else. So when it came to Ebony and finding her and finally being like, oh my God, I have a best friend. I know what the definition of a best friend is, especially that she has taught me so much in like communicating and not instantly feeling abandoned by someone if you're like in a fight or an argument or any kind of disagreement. It, like, my initial reaction was always like, I can live my life without them. Like, what's it gonna be on from here? Like, I can picture my life without them. And then you are actually the reason that I stopped doing that. I was like, oh, I don't have to do that. Like, I can have a conversation and like discuss about how I feel. I will feel heard, and we can continue the relationship. So it's things like that, and having her for so many years, and then seeing people come in our life, like come and go, and seeing how even though they might be as kind, might do the same things, but their genuineness isn't like matched. I can say, like, they'll be able to be there and show up for like the events or like the parties, but they won't just talk to you like a friend. Yeah. Like, they won't
have a girls' night impromptu.
Yeah, exactly. It's always planned ahead, and that kind of always sucks, because it's like, I love Ebony, but I know that like we're not the only people that think like this or do this, which is why we also do Sunday run days, because I got her hooked on this.
Yep. We're all gym girlies now. I love it.
Well, that's where it's different, because like the gym's a little easier with lesbians, but doing cardio, apparently, the only cardio they be doing is having sex. But I don't, because we've tried for a while now to have like women come to our Sunday run day, and we just can't get anyone that sticks.
I think it's the running.
I think so too.
But I don't think it's like a lesbian thing, because I think like, because okay, for me it's like, okay, I know you guys now, so I'm like, yes, I will gladly like go on a run with you. But I remember like when I first reached out to you, I was like, okay, how long is the run? What's like the general like pace? What's like, where are we like running? So I think, and maybe that's from my perspective as somebody who's like semi like competitive like as a runner, but I can kind of see how like if you run regularly that it might you're probably gonna come like I was with like a bunch of questions about like, hey, what's the nature, and is this run gonna work for me?
You know what? I didn't even think about that. Like, we should probably tell them, oh, like the miles.
If you ever go, so if you ever go into our Eventbrite, the frequently asked questions, all of that is on there. How many miles do I have to run? What will happen after the run? Where does the run start? Just a couple of reading. I know it's a little difficult, but how Sunday Run Day started is in 2020. I did it with a group of men, straight men. So I'm like, it was easy for men to do it. The lesbians can fucking do it. Like, come on, guy.
Yeah, if boys can do it, so can we.
Yeah. How hard can it be? I'm gay.
Precisely.
Her.
Yeah. But I mean, if you wanted to do like a little like lesbian gym day.
And you know what? I would love to. My Crunch membership, I can bring a friend. So if anyone wants to join.
Well, just some insight on our Sunday run days. We are going to start pairing up with trainers so that we can do a little training session before the run, or you don't even have to stick around for the run. Our primary goal is kind of like to match days, see if we can talk to Marley, see if, because anytime that she would have her link ups, we would always already be on our run. So it would link up. So that is the primary goal. Have a trainer, have someone there already doing like a core workout or whatever people are interested in. Like our main thing for the Sapphix Project is like really listening to our community. What do you need? What do you guys want? Tell us.
No, literally. And like, yeah, we want to like bring the queer lesbians, queer women together, but I feel like what we're both envisioning is like just because we're queer doesn't mean that's like what we all have in common, but like some of us are runners, some of us do like to drink and have fun and go brunch, like some of us are sober, some of us are creative. Like we want to like create events that like these women can just come and like have like-minded individuals. And because we all can go to like the parties, but I can't really communicate with someone at the party. It's loud, I'm a little drunk, I'm a little turned, like it's
and that's why I leave with people. So now you understand.
I don't.
I drove last time.
Let's unpack that later.
No, if I know that I'm like purposefully going to like get completely trashed, I'll take a lip. But like even like when you guys say that, you know, just kind of going full circle, that every event like isn't necessarily going to be successful, you should recognize that like you guys have that issue. Other people who have been doing this for much longer than you also have that issue. So it's like, I don't think it's a reflection of like, well, it's definitely not a reflection of like you personally. It's also not necessarily a reflection of like your platform or like what you're contributing to the community. I think that it's just a matter of, you know, we're at this point where we got to find out, what do people actually want? And that's why I say like I'm really tired of us just kind of like constantly saying the problem is people being like unsupportive, because just like you, I have also like had nothing but support on this platform. Like people are so positive, like, oh my God, yes, like we need this, like I love what you're doing, this is amazing, this is great. Like we are not naturally like an unsupportive group of people. We are not naturally like an unsupportive community. I think it's just a matter of like doing some trial and error and figuring out like what are the things that people actually want, what are the things that people actually need, and like what do we have to do to kind of get everybody together and get everybody like a little meshed.
Exactly. We all just want to be heard.
A bunch of girls trying to be heard.
Yeah.
Because like you can't tell me this community isn't supportive when like I'm literally sitting next to two beautiful, amazing women having brunch, having this conversation.
Literally right next to my number one fans.
No. Number one fans, cheerlead for her all day, every day.
Oh, this is beautiful, guys. So what is next for the Sapphix Project?
What is next? Well, we have...
Give me quarter two, actually. What's quarter
per? Well, we haven't had that meeting, so...
I want to share... Go, think of me as a shareholder.
Oh, okay. Well, we have a brunch on the 24th of March at Throw Social. Be there. Yeah. And we'll have axe throwing. I will miss, so please be cautious.
There's axe throwing, there's Connect 4, there are board games. Throw Social is actually
very versatile.
Very versatile.
They have a great DJ, like it's amazing.
Amazing live DJ. This isn't Delray. We are trying to reach our community in West Palm Beach. Like I said, our main demographic, I want it to be BIPOC women. But again, allies are welcomed, supported. Anyone who would love to support.
Yes. I know that we are still going to do our Sunday run days. We also have been trying to work on like karaoke, like weekday events at like some like restaurants and lounges and like bars. I know I personally really want to do a sip and paint or like puff and paint in like one of a park. So we want to just like expand like to like different events.
While we're here, I would like to point out one event I would like in particular. I've never been to speed dating, but I did go to the networking speed date kind of way. I was wondering if you thought it would be a good idea to do that speed dating, but in an art kind of way. So everyone would get a canvas, someone would have someone in front, and you have like 10 to 15 minutes, or I guess 10 minutes of speed. So to draw on each other's canvas, give it back, and then continue the process again and again. What do you think about that?
I mean, I'm awful at painting and drawing people.
Well, that's the best part. You only have 10 minutes.
No, that's perfect. That's perfect.
You could just color a block.
You know, in that vein, I've done several Bob Ross paint nights, and when I tell you, I'm just they're the best.
They are the best.
They're so good. Do you want to? Let's just plan it. Yeah. Let's just plan it. Let's do a Bob Ross paint night.
Oh my gosh, 1000% yes. Girls' night, Bob Ross.
I would love to do a girls' night.
Even like a wine night.
Well, that's girls' night.
Exactly.
Some girls drink Prosecco, as we know.
Some girls drink water, and that's welcome as well.
Yeah.
But I definitely I like the more intimate events, but I know that that depends on like the space that we have and like the time and like the resources that we have. Yeah. Exactly.
I've never been opposed to just like having people like at my apartment, straight up. Like I'm not paying a venue fee.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. Can't allow all energy into my home.
No, but that's fine. But it's like I know that I know the limitations of my space. Y'all know the limitations of my space. Yeah. If it's just like a group of like 10 people,
yeah,
max,
we can make it work. Max.
Yeah.
Count.
Preferably 8.
Max capacity is 8.
Yeah.
10 if we want to get the fire marshal a heart attack. But like, yeah, we can do
6 comfortably.
Yeah.
8 uncomfortably. Yeah. 10 illegally. But like, yeah, I think it kind of like it pushes like in that like more intimate direction to say like, hey, I'm not having this event at like this like giant restaurant or this like bar where you walk in and you're like, oh my god, like where's the group, where's everybody, where are the people who I know? It's like, no girl, I'm gonna answer the door.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be like right there. I got this beautiful courtyard in front of my apartment, like we get to all hear the rats in my ceiling, like it's fine. No, it's okay.
Oh my goodness, no.
They haven't been there in a while, I'll be honest.
Okay, as long as they haven't come back, as long as they don't come back when we're there, it's okay. I love that idea. Please be homophobic.
No, because isn't Remy's brother gay?
Anyway.
I think, you know what? Let's talk about that, because he is.
Emil, he definitely gives off gay vibes, like straight up.
Fruity, a little zesty, you know? Mm-hmm.
At least bisexual. Like, at least bisexual.
Ooh, I think Remy is bisexual.
I don't think Remy... I think Remy's ace.
I think Remy is gay.
He wasn't that man's hat. All up in his business.
But, like, he just wanted to cook.
Gay.
He just wanted to be a chef.
Chef?
Allegedly.
Gay.
That's true. All the male chefs I know are gay, or at least will do something with a man.
Exactly.
But I feel like Emil was literally like modeled off of like a bear. Like Emil is like a meathead, you know, like
He's a bear. He is a bear. Oh my god. You're right. I see it.
Remy can't be a twink.
But here we are.
And they're French? Gay.
Yeah. Oh my god, I love it. I had
Gay or European?
Oh no, literally, are they gay or are they French? Straight up. Yeah. Wow, we really just went on a massive tangent. Yeah. All right.
And that's what a podcast is about.
Exactly. Rats are gay. So I would love to be able to have like a little like paint night at my place. I would super like, whether it's because I know you've also said that you wanted to like maybe like direct like lead like a little like painting class, like whatever the format is that like you guys would want to do. Just let me know. I will gladly offer up my space.
I will play the role of Bob.
Robert, to you.
Oh, I have the afro, so it works.
Marley.
Wait.
Wrong, Bob.
Oh.
All right, Jay's on a she's.
I just saw the Bob Marley movie. Listen,
That was
I got Bob on the mind.
Bob on the mind.
B.O.B.
Calling you Bob.
All right, so where can everybody follow you guys, find your events?
You can follow us on the Sapphix Project on Instagram.
It's right here.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Perfect.
You can find us at the Sapphix Project on Twitter.
Embarrassing.
I literally just deleted my Twitter like 2 weeks ago.
Thank God, because I will not be on that Twitter.
I be on Twitter, y'all. Follow us. Communicate with me.
Y'all don't need to follow us on Twitter, but please support us on Instagram at the Sapphix Project. That's with SAPPHIX Project. You can find Ebony at ebonyjnc, and you can find me at enjoythisjay. Well, Taylor, they're already here.
I would hope you know my Instagram by now. I would hope. But if you don't know my Instagram, you can follow me at bottumsuppod on Instagram. That is BOTTUMSUP.POD. You can also send me an email if you are interested in coming on an episode, or if you want me to talk about a specific topic, or honestly, if you have an event that you would like to partner with me on. My email is bottumsuppod@gmail.com. Make sure you guys are liking, subscribing, commenting, engaging, reposting. I really appreciate it. I really do. All right. Thank you guys for coming. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you for watching. And I will see you all in the next episode. Bye.